My loves, welcome to your in-depth live oracle card reading, where I also talk to you about the energy of the week and what we're all going through collectively. So as I tune into the energy of everything that's been happening over the last few weeks, oh my gosh, is there so much to talk about. So this is what I'm feeling as a psychic and a medium, and when I connect with my guides as well. The going into the end of the year is really bringing us into our heart space. Even this year, I have felt people's heart space really opening up. And when we open up our heart space, it can make us feel quite vulnerable. It's the biggest chakra in the body. It's the most magnetic chakra that we have as well. The heart chakra and the heart space is what magnetizes everything to us. And when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and open up the heart space, sometimes what happens is past trauma comes to the surface, things that we have not healed from our past. And I know this has been coming up a lot over the last few weeks, because even one of my clients said to me yesterday, Jade, I feel like I'm going insane because I'm going through a bit of a difficult time. And then on top of it, all of the hardships that I went through in my teenage years, or hardships that I went through in relationships, are all coming into my heart, my heart space now, and I just can't deal with it all. So I sat it down and I was like, okay, just see it as a purge. This is what we're all going through collectively. So rather than getting really caught up, because I've had it myself, where even any sort of trauma that I went through in my early 20s, in my teens, but especially around relationships as well, it's all coming up for me. And usually it takes trauma to reopen trauma again. That's why we go through so much of it all at the same time. And rather than getting absorbed and going, I'm grieving, I'm in grief and attaching to it, just going, okay, label the emotion for what it is. There's pain there is grief there. And allowing yourself to sit with it, even though that's hard, and just allowing it to pass. And I find since I've been doing that, going, okay, there's grief, or there's pain, or there's hurt, shame, whatever, but not attaching it to myself, just labeling the emotion, you'll find that it very quickly passes. And even if it doesn't pass quick and it takes weeks or it takes months, know that you are purging, you are healing. And when those wounds go and those wounds dissolve, it creates so much space for the light to enter. And I was having this really beautiful conversation with one of my clients today, where we were both actually talking about how people, when they're going through really painful situations, how it gets channeled into the most beautiful creative work. And that could be someone who's an artist, so any pain that they've experienced, they channel into beautiful artwork. It might be singers, if you look back over the history of time, the best songs and the best albums have been made from heartbreak. And we were sat there talking, and I know myself, I channel when I'm going through difficult times or grief or pain, I channel so much of that energy into my spiritual work, into connecting with spirit. And then I get all these amazing downloads and all this information that I can share with others. And I said, isn't it funny, we label, darkness and pain as these heavy emotions that none of us want to have. But actually, there's so much beauty and so much light and so much creativity that comes out of it. And I just wanted to pass that message on today, because I know collectively people are in the heart space. There's so much coming up and patterns. Be aware of the patterns that are showing. Are you somebody that is constantly attracting toxic men and you want to change that, or toxic women? Are you somebody that's constantly so hard on yourself, you've got no self-worth, and then it's reflecting in the outside, in the people that you're drawing in and the situations that you're drawing in? Do you not believe in yourself and the work that you're doing? So you're undervaluing yourself, you're not charging full prices, and then you're burnt out because you're not working for the amount of money that you should be. So just be aware of that. Have a look what's showing up for you. Have a look. These are all called karmic patterns, because a lot of people don't know what a karmic pattern is. And a karmic pattern is something that continuously repeats itself over all of your lifespans until you heal it. And karmic patterns could also be carried on from your lineage and your ancestors. So just to give you an example, if all the women in your family have been with narcissistic men, you know, your nans, your great nans, and they've been very suppressed, that will then carry on in your ancestor line until it's fully healed. So there's a lot of us that get chosen to be the generational curse breakers, essentially. That's what it's called. And we look at what's going on in our ancestor line, and we make sure that we break it. It kind of ends with us. So yeah, I just wanted to pass that over. If you're going through hard times right now, if you're very emotional, if you're very in the heart space, know it's all purging out. It's all clearing out. So it doesn't matter if you've got to wake up and you've got to cry every day. Allow yourself to fully release. Be aware of the pain that's showing up. Be aware of the patterns, because as we're going into the year of the horse, there's so much fire. There's so much energy for this horse to go, you know, come out the stable and bolt and go into this amazing life. But you can't do that if you've got all these blocks and all this stagnant energy holding you back. We've all got trauma. We've all got pain. We've all got shadows, shadow and light. And it's not about constantly eliminating everything, but it's about being aware of what's in your energy field and doing what you can to alchemize it. Okay, now just as I'm shuffling the cards, I'm going to tell you where I am this week. So I've got my women's circles. I keep getting asked a lot about my women's circles. They're every Monday at my room here in Mamilid. And the theme that I'm doing over the last few weeks now, before we go into 2026, is rewiring the subconscious mind. So it's all good and well doing affirmations and positive affirmations, but if you're not rewiring the negative thoughts in your subconscious mind, your brain is not going to believe the affirmations that you're telling yourself. So you need to find out where your limiting beliefs are, and then I help you to rewire those limiting beliefs so that when you're doing the affirmations, they're going to resonate more. We're also focusing on calm and relaxation in the body, so integrating calm and stillness in the body. Inner child work, going back, healing your inner child. So I'm doing a lot of intense work over the next few weeks. So if that sounds like the type of work that you want to get stuck into, so you can go into 2026 as your best self, then please do come along. Where every Monday you can book directly on my website. And I'm also at my room here now, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, potentially Saturday evenings. So go on my website and book in for a personal session if you're feeling drawn to work with me. It won't be here Sunday because I'm doing a lovely workshop with Rhiannon in Brecon. Rhiannon's got a lovely studio up there, and I'll be going up to facilitate a sound bath and guided meditation after all of her clients have done a workout. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's where I am this week. Okay, let's get your reading done for you. I'm using the Healing Water cards. Right, okay, this is taking me straight into a feminine energy, and this is actually all about collaboration and friendships. So this is your time for the divine feminine to come in together, to support each other as women, to anchor into your friendships, to collaborate together as women. I can really see the divine feminine rising, coming into her full power, and the divine masculine then has to rise to meet her. But there's so much power in coming together collectively as women. So I just want to pass that on. And women using their voice, please don't be scared to get onto social media, to use your social media platforms or any platforms that you have, to use your voice and speak eloquently and speak your truth, because people need that. Okay, everybody's got wisdom, everybody's got knowledge, everybody's got a story to tell that can really help others. So don't be afraid to use your voice. The next card is the Underworld. When I read this card, I feel it's very shamanic. So it almost is showing me someone that's had to really go into the shadow parts of themselves. You might feel that you are in the void right now, like, oh my God, everything feels dark. I can't stop crying. Things are coming to an end. My life doesn't look like how it did 10 years ago. It doesn't need to be, because the only thing that's constant in life is change. And the more we resist it is where the pain comes in. But if we can just go with the flow of change, accept change, and, you know, loosen the grip and lose the resistance to it, then you'll find that life starts to flow through you a lot more beautifully. And, you know, get out of your mind how your life should look, and it needs to look this way, because sometimes what universe and spirit has planned for your life is much better than what you can, you know, what you think should, your life should look like, or what society tells you. Society tells you what your life should look like. So you're in that void space at the moment, okay? Now, what's coming through here is this whole, it's almost saying to me, this is how Spirit's showing me with this card, like this, all this new tide that's coming in. So I feel like as soon as New Year's Day is out the way, and as soon as we're in 2026, it's like whoosh. It's, for me, it gives me chills at my spine, because this new life is coming in for you, and it is beautiful. It is almost feels to me like the life that you've been dreaming of and alchemizing and working for. I'm also getting, this is collective, people connecting with each other from overseas. So it might be that you start to make like a bigger network, and it's overseas. And people, you know, it's lovely. Next year I'm seeing people travel to see one another, but in different countries. So you're going to make overseas connections, which is going to be very, very prosperous for you. So there's going to be a lot of abundance coming in. I'm really enjoying life. I can almost see your higher heart go poof, open, because you're doing so much work to heal and open. And as soon as that higher heart, it's just your missing little link, as soon as that higher heart opens, oh my God, life is going to rush in, and people are going to rush in. And it's very important, if you're somebody, I'm very extroverted, so I use this as a tool all the time. I love connecting with people, but I only want to connect with the right people. I don't want an abundance of, like, you know, I just don't. I want an abundance of good people. So a really good tool to use is to say, I'm opening up my heart space, and I'm attracting in only people of the highest frequencies, okay? And I'll say high frequency clients, high frequency friendships, soulmate relationships. I love the word soulmate. Not everyone believes in soulmates, but I do. I believe in soulmate friends. I believe our pets are our soulmates. Our friends are our soulmates, our children. So open up your heart and say that. My heart is open to soulmate connections coming in, and watch the universe realign and bring those people in for you. And those people who are not of deep connections will slowly filter out, and it will give you a beautiful community and a beautiful connection. So the next card we've got, this has come out 3 times now, is Follow the Stream, Dedication, Trust, Future Rivers and Oceans. So I feel like when I'm reading for a collective here, you are somebody who focuses on where you're going. You are someone who focuses on your visions, your future. You know, you're very driven, which is amazing. And the universe is saying to you to trust in that, to really trust in where you're going. They're also showing me the angelic realm will come through when I'm reading this video. When I'm doing this reading, and they're almost showing me portals opening for you. So you're going to become a much more powerful manifester next year, because you're going to learn how to quantum shift, and I can feel a strong Atlantean energy around you as well. Now is the time for stillness though. So I'm going a little bit into next year, which is what I do as a seer. I'm always ahead. But before we go into 2026, this is your time to take care of your body. Maybe do some breath work, get yourself nice and still. You cannot manifest the life that you want. You cannot draw in if your body is unstable. If your nervous system's like this and it's shaking and it's erratic, or you've got people around you who make you feel like that, you're then trying to manifest in from a point of survival. Where if your body is calm, your nervous system is calm, it's so much easier for the universe to rush in. Trust me, I know, because I go through stages where my body doesn't feel calm and my nervous system feels very dysregulated, and I can see how much that impacts my chakras and blocks my third eye and crown, and I'll sometimes not be able to get any downloads for weeks. So there is truth in what I'm saying. So use this time to go inwards, to stop, and to heal. Lots of achievement coming for you next March as well. So everything that you're working on now, rest assured, you're going to see it. You know, it's going to come into full bloom in the months of March for you. And this is it. I'm going to try and end on these two. So it says here, what's really driving you? Breaking free. But I read that card as somebody breaking free from the matrix, breaking free from generational trauma, breaking free from their surroundings, because all of these energies block us. That's Spirit was showing me the other day that if you're in an environment that's not a great environment, it creates a block around you, your aura creates a block around you. And then you've sometimes got ancestral pain, which also creates a block. But then once you become aware that these things are blocking your energy and almost keeping you caged and clipped in, you can work through those blocks to elevate your frequency. That's why people talk about bringing your frequency up, elevating your frequency, is working through all the blocks that you have. And if you're somebody who suffers with low self-worth, who's got lots of trauma going on in your body, that's also still going out as a frequency, because all we are is energy. And it's always about, and I even have blocks myself, so I'm not sat here going, oh, I've got it all figured out. I haven't. I'm working through right now about 4 different blocks, and it's intense work. But I know once I elevate through them, I'm going to be on a different timeline and a different frequency. So this is what's coming up for the collective as well. Work through those blocks, break free. I'm also seeing people go, more people go self-employed next year and be more entrepreneurial and to enjoy life. So really come into the heart space, open up your heart and just have fun, because we're all taking life a little bit too seriously. And when it comes to manifesting, and I know I talk about this, and alchemizing the life that you want, is being able to receive in and trust that it's already yours, rather than chasing all the time, constantly be in action. That's something I used to do, and so much more comes to you when you're relaxed and you're looking to receive in. And look out for the rainbows, because there is sign from Spirit, so you should be seeing a rainbow this week, and that is your sign. And I'm going to leave it on this message: release the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. So trust that as we're going into the new year now in the next few weeks, this year was all about ending karmic cycles, releasing the old, and not just releasing the old as in just old clothes and old thought patterns, old relationships that wasn't working for you. This year is all about release. So even if that's all that you do over the next few weeks is focus on release work, you will get so much more power out of it. That's what I feel collectively. This is here. Okay, so I'm going to leave the reading there. Reach out if it resonates with you. Let me know, because I love to connect with you. I love to speak with you. As I said, if you feel this really strong pull and calling to come and see me for a reading, as I said, I'm not for everybody. I don't want to be. But if your soul is feeling a connection to mine and my soul transmissions, then you can go onto my website and book an in-person session with me. As I said, I've got good space Wednesday and Thursday, potentially Friday morning. I've got some available spaces as well. So yeah, come and see me. And if you'd like to go deeper into this work in releasing your blocks, in doing inner child work and finding out how you can go on to a higher frequency, then come along to the women's circles that I do every Monday, or you can reach out for my one-to-one coaching, because I work with clients on a one-to-one basis and I mentor you each week over a long period of time to get you to where you need to be. So much love to you all. Hope you all have an amazing week, and I'll be back here live next Tuesday. Take care, my loves.